Okay, hello everyone, welcome. I would like to call the meeting to order at 6:05 p.m. If, Mr. City Clerk, can you please do roll call?
Councilmember Tamayo,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Peralta,
Present?
Councilmember Jimenez,
Here.
Councilmember Melendez,
Here.
Mayor Torres.
Okay, Mr. City Attorney, can you please announce all closed session items for today?
Yes, thank you very much, Madam Mayor Pro Tem, members of the City Council. Any member of the public who wishes to address the items that are listed on the closed session agenda should have filled out a card and made that request at this point in time. This time it's the public comment period for closed session items only. Mr. City Clerk, do we have any cards?
We do not have speaker cards for closed session.
Thank you. Then we'll move into closed session. Item A, which is concerned residents versus City of Montebello. I'm asking Madam Mayor that matter be held over. There are still ongoing conversations between the respective attorneys and parties to this litigation, and we have not had further resolution, so I'm going to ask the council consider holding this over, or actually I'm asking it being pulled unless there's any objection by the City Council. Item 1B, which is the Navarro versus City of Montebello litigation matters, and then item 2 is the public employee appointment consideration. That concludes my announcement of closed session. It's appropriate to recess into closed session at this time.
Okay, we will be recessing into closed session at 6:06 p.m. Thank you.
Councilmember Jimenez, can you hear me?
That was you. It's on the agenda. It's like special. Oh, it's like, wait, it was only 5 people. What's going on here? Oh, 20. It was a type 25 people. Wait, which one is it you said? You're closed. Oh, they did? Because it used to be. Yeah. And it's funny because I started watching the episode because of digging into it, so I stopped watching it, right? The first thing I never thought was gonna to my mom. I'm watching it, she said, "That would be weak." I was like, "Is he like this stuff?" I'm like, yeah. Kristen, just we're getting smaller. She like at first I got told her, yeah. You saw the show? Yeah. Yeah, because of the space, that's what I told her. Oh, no. Yeah, it's been getting harder. Yeah. They're on the screens and then after summer, like that. Good, let's do it. Oh, yeah. It became like a whole thing for them. Yeah, no, the old one I remember, the other one, but I haven't been to it anymore. Oh, yeah, yeah, you're gonna come out with something from us. sale. I'm looking at Target. I'm so bad some ingredients. I'm like, dude, why is it coming like 2 cartons?
That's me at Amazon. I'm like, oh my gosh. Should we add to your remember it was Amazon Prime Day? Right? I even put on my personal calendar, right? And I'm like, overnight, I was like obsessed. No, I was just like, so my cart was full. And I was like, I just want to wait till tomorrow, come back to it. And in the end, you know, like 14 days, I did like I
She's doing online what we do at the store. I don't need this. You started parts really slow.
yeah, literally was like, I had to work down that little ruler, my measuring tape. I was like, you might do it, but what I was going on. My daughter was like, what is your story? Yeah, I didn't get mine. Well, that's what happened. That was what happened with she. Oh my God, I want to go crazy. Yeah, I'm like,
Our sister's with us. So we're talking.
no, it's true. And then it's the spring flight on the whole get 20% off. I like and then
Next thing you know, there's like
yeah.
bags right here.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was. I was like, I need to stop right now. You just.
Oh, Amazon is bad like this good.
Chris is like, I haven't found the backstory. No way.
Have it?
Well, you know what? At first I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch movies, but then like I'll see something and I'll be like, oh, look at Amazon, they have it, and then. You know, actually, like now I have like way too many of those elastic bands for like computers, like.
Oh yeah. For us, it's the clips.
Yeah,
The back clips.
Well, it's the lightning bills, and then I have like the other. Yeah, you have to, or you don't, or it times out. Well, I don't, we don't have to do anything, but you have to. That's what that store does, it's online. It's $5 by the way.
Reconvening the meeting today. Mr. City Attorney, can you please provide us a report for closed session items?
Mayor Pro Tem, can you give me a second?
Yeah.
Can you please confirm that we're live?
Okay, I am reconvening the meeting at 6:50 PM. Mr. City Attorney, can you please provide a report on closed session items?
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor Pro Tem and members of the City Council. The record should reflect that the City Council convened in closed session with 4 members present. Councilmember Jimenez was present via telephone. The mayor is not present, is absent this evening. And the following is my report. Item number 1A, as mentioned prior to recessing into closed session, will be held over to another date. Item 1B, the Navarro versus City of Montebello various workers' compensation matters. The City Council received a briefing from the workers' compensation attorney. There was direction provided to the attorney regarding possible resolution, and that was unanimous by the City Council. Item number 2, which is the public employee appointment matter related to the city manager. A briefing was provided to the City Council. Direction was provided, but there is no action taken by the City Council that requires reporting at this time. That concludes my report, Madam Mayor Pro Tem. It's appropriate to continue with the open portion of the meeting.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. City Attorney. And for our invocation, we will have our city clerk, and Pledge of Allegiance will have our city treasurer. So, Mr. City Clerk.
As we gather here today, we pray that we are ever mindful of opportunities to render our service to fellow citizens and to our community, keeping in mind always the enduring values of life, exerting our efforts in those areas and on those things upon which future generations can build with confidence. Let us continue to strive to make a better world. We ask this in thy name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Thank you so much. At this time, do we have any changes to the agenda?
Yes, Madam Mayor Pro Tem, at this time, I'd like to advise that item number 10 has been tabled to a future meeting. Thank you.
Okay, so moving on to presentations. Today, we would like to recognize Hilda Michelle Plasencia Flores, a Montebello resident and special education teacher at Cameron Elementary in West Covina, for being one of the honorably selected winners of the Walt Disney 100th Anniversary Teacher Celebration, which recognizes 100 exceptional teachers who reflect the creativity and imagination of Walt Disney to attend a one-of-a-kind teacher event. Ms. Plasencia Flores has demonstrated an unwavering spirit reflecting the creativity and imagination of Walt Disney himself. She understands that each child is unique and tailors her teaching methods to meet the specific needs of each student. Being selected as one of the winners of this prestigious celebration is a testament to Ms. Plasencia Flores' excellence as an educator. She had the incredible opportunity to attend a one-of-a-kind teacher event and well-deserved recognition for her tireless efforts and transformative impact. So on behalf of the City of Montebello, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to Ms. Hilda Michelle Plasencia Flores for being selected as one of the Walt Disney's 100th Anniversary Teacher Celebration winners. If we can have my colleagues please join me in the front so that we can welcome her up. Okay, can we please, is this on? Can you guys hear me? Yes? If we can please give Miss Hilda Plasencia a big round of applause. So it's with sincere pleasure that the mayor and the city council recognize Hilda Plasencia for being one of the honorably selected winners of the Walt Disney 100th Anniversary Teacher Celebration. Through their creative and imaginative approach to teaching, Ms. Plasencia provides an educational environment that not only engages but inspires the children of her classroom. Again, with heartfelt wishes, we congratulate you and award you and wish you luck in your future. Yeah, you want to bring up your family? Don't be shy. Oh, are they? Oh, wow. Thank you for all that you do for our community. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think we're gonna, yeah. There we go. This month is Parks Make Life Better Month, and I believe we might have some Parks and Rec employees here today. So if I can welcome you guys up, you deserve a big, big round of applause. So July is also recognized as Parks Make Life Better Month. Parks promote the building of strong, vibrant, and resilient communities through the power of both parks and recreation they offer that maintain and operate our country's local, state, and community parks. Montebello's Recreation and Community Services Department's mission is to strengthen community through people, parks, and programs. The department accomplishes this goal by providing rewarding programs, services, and facilities to enhance the quality of life for Montebello residents and positively influence the public. Staff are committed to strengthening Montebello's image and offering a sense of community, thereby supporting economic development, increasing public engagement, and promoting health and wellness. The department staff includes 7 full-time and more than 50 part-time staff who oversee all operations at 10 different parks with more than 84 developed acres that annually serve more than an estimated 1.5 million park visitors. Recreation department staff also provide the community with year-round recreation programs for people of all ages and abilities, and on average see 3,500 recreation program registrants, 200,000 plus senior center participant visits, and 60,000 total attendees over the course of 11 annually community-oriented special events. And so July is Park Month, but we know that this extends year-round because these incredible staff members are always out there at every event, setting up, breaking down, and engaging with our community. And so I do want to recognize, I think some of our community members have called him Mr. Parks, but Director Sosnowski and his incredible staff for just being so committed to engaging with our community and just making Montebello a better place. So this proclamation will be for you. If we can get a round of applause.
All right, everybody, right here on three. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. One more on 3. 1, 2, and 3. Got it. Thank you so much.
And then I'll read the next one up there. I'll read the next one up there. Okay, and lastly, we have Juvenile Arthritis Awareness Month. Older adults are not the only people affected by arthritis. Children can suffer from it too. Did you know the term juvenile arthritis was first described as far back in the 1700s by pediatrician Frederick Still? Did you also know that in children, arthritis can affect not only joints, but also organs too? Younger immune systems sometimes attack their joints, causing swelling, stiffness, and even permanent damage, which can get worse if left untreated. This is why July is designated Juvenile Arthritis Awareness Month. Nearly 300,000 children and teens in America have been diagnosed with arthritis. Juvenile arthritis, or JA, can affect children of all ages, races, and backgrounds, and is an umbrella term used to describe the many autoimmune and inflammatory diseases that can develop in children under the age of 16. That means that the immune system, which is supposed to fight against foreign invaders like viruses and germs, gets confused and releases inflammatory chemicals that attack healthy cells and tissue. In most JA cases, this causes inflammation, swelling, and pain. There is no cure for juvenile arthritis, but early diagnosis can help relieve pain and improve a child's quality of life. Your voice adds strength to the fight by spreading the word in hopes of finding a cure and getting the right treatment. Understand juvenile arthritis better by visiting arthritis.org for more information. And that concludes our presentations for today. Mr. City Attorney, can you please read the statement of oral communications before receiving public comments?
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor. These are public comments on non-agenda items. Anyone who wishes to address the City Council at this time on non-agenda items should fill out a card by this point in time and turn it into the city clerk. And do we have any requests for public comment?
Yes, we do. Proceed with the speakers.
Yes.
First speaker is Rosa Tamayo, followed by Julio Matamoros.
Buenas noches.
Good evening.
Yo soy Rosa Tamayo
My name is Rosa Tamayo.
y soy una activista comunitaria.
I'm a community activist.
Y buenas noches a Pro Team,
Good
a
evening.
Mayor Scarlett Peralta,
To Pro Team,
Salvador Meléndez,
Salvador Peralta,
concejal
Salvador Menéndez,
Tamayo
Council Tamayo,
y los ausentes Jiménez o no están ausentes, ¿verdad? Porque
and
están escuchando.
Jiménez,
Jiménez
both are absent,
y
but they're listening.
el alcalde David Torres.
And David Torres.
Quiero decirles que
Mayor.
estoy muy contenta porque la celebración de independencia del 4 de julio.
I want to say that I'm very happy for the celebration of 4th of July.
Me di cuenta que el señor David Sonowski y su equipo
I noticed that David Sonowski and his team
estuvo muy excelente.
was excellent.
El parque muy limpio,
The park
muy
was
bien
very clean,
atendido
very
y
well
también
attended.
por las autoridades de Chief
Also
de
for
los
the
bomberos,
authorities,
Peláez,
the chief, the fire department,
y el Chief de seguridad de nuestra a Ciudad, a Chief
security-
Espinosa, excelente.
Security team, Espinosa, excellent.
Yo me tuve que retirar porque tenía otros compromisos.
I had to go because I had other matters to do.
Nomás quiero decirle
I just want to say,
a Mayor Pro Tem Scarlett Peralta
to Major Scarlett Peralta,
que me he dado cuenta que usted como que se ha movido de asiento porque
that I have noticed that you have moved to the seat.
leí en sus labios que,
I read
porque yo
in-
leo labios,
I read in your lips.
porque aprendí por la sordera
I learned due to deafness
y que usted tenía miedo al concejal Jiménez,
that you're intimidated by
pero no
by
le tiene
Council
que tener,
Jiménez.
no le
No,
tiene que tener miedo.
you
Ella
don't have-
tiene
you don't
alto
have to
sentido
be-
de la justicia.
you don't have to be intimidated because she has good sense of justice.
Y quien usted tiene que tener miedo es al FBI porque
What you have to be afraid
ellos
of
tardan,
would be the FBI.
pero ellos hacen su trabajo muy bien.
They do their job very well.
La concejal Jiménez no es agresiva ni peleona.
Council Jimenez is not aggressive
Yo la conozco de
or
tiempo.
feisty. I know her for a long time.
Y solo le quiero decir que usted es
I just want to say
concejal Peralta,
that you, Council
y-
Peralta,
concejal Tamayo
Council Tamayo,
y el alcalde
and the mayor,
David Torres.
David Torres.
Ustedes votan haciendo crímenes municipales
You are voting by creating municipal crimes,
haciendo que la ciudad pague millones por sus abusos de poder.
making the city paying millions by your abuse of power.
Como ustedes no saben lo que vale el dinero
Since you don't know what the money, the value of
de los
money
contribuyentes,
of those taxpayers,
no les importa, no tienen respeto
you don't care, you don't have respect
por los empleados
for the employees,
y todo tiene su
and
consecuencia.
everything has its consequences.
Traigan mejores negocios
Bring
donde la
better
gente pueda
businesses
trabajar
where people can work,
para así estar nosotros contentos con ustedes.
so that we can be happy with you. We all could be happy with you.
Y dejen de
Can be happy
estar
with you.
quebrando los derechos civiles de los empleados.
And stop ignoring the rights for the
Muchas
employees.
gracias.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Tamayo. We can call up the next person.
Gracias, señora Tamayo.
Good evening. My name is Julio Matamoros. I am a board member of the Rocky Mountain 2 Association, and they've asked me to come and speak on behalf of them. We've been having some issues with a person living in their RV that is parked next to our association, and we're concerned about this because he is there all day, and he has sometimes become belligerent. My wife, our dog got out. My wife went looking for our dog, was calling our dog's name out, and he told her to shut the F up. And this is because he was asleep, and this was at 9 o'clock in the morning. So we keep asking him to move his RV, to find another place to park it, that it's a residential neighborhood. But he keeps just moving it down the street. I've called the city several times, parking enforcement. But all they do is tell us that if he moves it within a certain amount of time, there's nothing they can do about it. So our concern is that more RVs and more people are just gonna start showing up and parking, and then our city is gonna turn into downtown Los Angeles. So that's something that we're really concerned about, because we're seeing it happen in Pico Rivera at the Lowe's parking lot, and we don't want it to happen in our neighborhood and in our street. Another issue we're having that we've been raising with with the non-emergency line is a lot of people have come up to Rocky Mountain too and have parked their cars and just started smoking marijuana, drinking, having sex, and discarding their food packaging on the streets. We call the non-emergency number, and sometimes they show up, sometimes they can't because they're busy. But we're asking for more police patrols up there because, again, they just sit there. They park their cars facing down the hill with their lights on. So people that are driving up the hill have to see their lights facing them when they shouldn't. And I've gone outside, and other homeowners have gone outside to confront these people and ask them to either stop what they're doing, move on, and either they'll become confrontational with us. And we don't want to, take things into our own hands. So we do call the police again, but they're busy and there's nothing they can do. So we ask that something can be done to address this, because we have to deal with the consequences the next day. They leave beer bottles, beer cans, food wrappings, everything on the street, condoms, used condoms on the street, and it's not what we want our neighborhoods to be up there. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Matamoros. Ms. Salazar, if maybe we can have our chief receive his contact information and follow up. Thank you, Chief.
Next speaker is Alexandra Briceno, followed by Linda Nicholas.
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem and council members. I'm here before you. I know they pulled item 10, but it will come back, so I might as well speak on it. It looks like now we have to pay for 5 years worth of security or surveillance invoices. 5 years we have to pay since 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023 for security. I don't understand how how we fall behind so badly on this sort of stuff for these facilities. It resembles very much what happened when the city was unaware that the hotel operator didn't get paid for 11 years, and the delay accrued over $1.5 million. This is a repeat story. It happens over and over again. And then I think it was less than a year, a few months ago, our COVID relief money given to us by the federal government was given to the golf course or the hotels, that facility again. It's a money pit. We keep throwing money there. It's sole source contracts, 15-year-long contracts when your terms are only 4 years. This isn't right, And then he's got a perpetual contract for the food and beverage. I think it's going to end in 2064, so maybe it's not perpetual, but it seems to me. Please, let's make sure we don't pay interest on this 5-year invoices for security, because it's not our fault. They didn't bill us. Another thing I want to bring up is city finance staff should be aware when regular invoices are missing, and they should proactively contact the vendor and ask, hey, why aren't you sending us your invoices? Because these are regular reoccurring invoices. They shouldn't be a surprise. Also, at the end of the city's fiscal year, extra funds on hand should raise a red flag. Are there items we didn't pay? These red flags should have been in front of us. Also, every quarter, our finance director presents the budget at our city council meetings, and he gives us figures about the Quiet Canyon, the hotels, the golf course, 4 times per year. How was this missed? How did we miss it? Do we need to probe deeper? Do we need to write a municipal code saying the finance director needs to tell us, because he wouldn't tell us if we were making profit, he would only mention revenue. Do we need to say, you gotta tell us if we're making profit, you have to tell us if you're paying the management fees, now you gotta tell us if we're paying the security fees. We shouldn't have to be seeking this information. We shouldn't be surprised like this with these invoices coming out of thin air. It's just crazy. So let's do something to prevent this. Let's please be more careful with our city's money, and that's all I wanted to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Briceño.
Next speaker is Linda Nicholas.
Good evening, Linda Nicholas, address on file. I agree. I'm tired of our city money being spent. I'm still asking why we paid the $429,000 of grant money that we didn't know. Infrastructure, who gave you and Torres and you under the table money for your campaigns, $20,000 to you. From the AAE, the old business that was under indictment with the FBI, remember that name, and infrastructure, another $10,000. Why didn't we get them to pay that money back? They were paid that $429,000. They were caught committing fraud. Can somebody give me a reason why they weren't told to pay it? I'm looking into legal action. As a city treasurer, you're supposed to be taking care of our money. Have you asked why they paid this? We didn't know it. Infrastructure got paid $429,000. They were the ones that committed fraud. They can no longer do any work for Caltrans, yet you guys hired them back, which means we will not get a single grant money that has involving Caltrans because you hired them back. But we know you have self-serving interest. You're bought and paid for.
Thank you, Ms. Nicholas.
Mayor Pro Tem, that does conclude all speaker cards for public comments.
Okay. Mr. City Attorney, can you please read the statement of approval on consent items? Oh, wait, actually, reading the wrong page here. Yes. Okay, Ms. Salazar, can you please introduce those items of community interest?
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. At this time, I'd like to invite our community to our Summer Street Fest. It's happening this Saturday from 2 to 10 o'clock on Whittier Boulevard, starting at Montebello Boulevard next to the Wells Fargo building. We encourage all our families to come out, families and friends from the region. We have a lot of great food that will be there, vendors, informational booths, some great bands throughout the day, so we invite our community to that. And prior to that, tomorrow night, we have our farmers market. We encourage those to visit us behind the same Wells Fargo building at Montebello at Whittier Boulevard. And then next Tuesday, I'd like to invite our community to the National Night Out event at Acuna Park, right behind the police station, from 6 to 9 o'clock for the National Night Out event. Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you so much, Ms. Salazar. Up next, we have a public hearing. This is item 6, the first reading and introduction of ordinance number 2464, amending the zoning designation for the properties located at 608, 612, and 616 Hart Place to allow the construction of 16 residential units. Do we have a presentation?
No presentation, Mayor Pro Tem. However, Director Palombi is here to answer any questions, and it's at this time appropriate to open the public hearing unless the council has questions.
Okay, I will go ahead and open public hearing at 7:18.
Is there anyone who wishes to address the city council on this item, this public hearing? Would be appropriate to step forward if there's the applicant who wishes to make a presentation. If not, anyone who wishes to address the council in support of the project? Is there anyone who wishes to step forward? The record should reflect that no one has stepped forward. Is there anyone who wishes to speak in opposition to the application? Again, the record should further reflect no one is stepping forward. It'd be appropriate, Madam Mayor Pro Tem, to close the public hearing and bring it up to the city council level.
Okay, I will be closing public hearing at 7:19, and we'll bring it up for council discussion. Are there any questions from my colleagues?
I'll make a motion to approve the item.
Okay, do I have a second?
I second.
Okay, can I please have roll call?
Councilmember Tamayo,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Peralta,
Aye.
Councilmember Jimenez, she's not on, right? Councilmember Melendez,
Aye.
that's everyone.
And that passes with 3 ayes and 2 absent. Next, we have item 7, which is a public hearing to consider adoption of resolution number 2361, confirming the year 2023-2024 engineers report for the annual Natasha Lane Landscape Assessment District number 2005-1 and levying such assessments. If I can go ahead and please open the public hearing at 7:20.
Again, Madam Mayor Pro Tem, is there anyone in the audience that wishes to address the city council on this public hearing item? The record should reflect that no one is stepping forward. Be appropriate to close the public hearing and bring it to the council level.
Okay, I will be closing public hearing at 7:20. If I can please ask for a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, can I have a second?
I second.
And Mr. City Clerk, can I please have roll call?
Councilmember Tamayo,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Peralta,
Aye.
Councilmember Melendez.
Aye.
Okay, that passes with 3 ayes and 2 absence. And we have now item number 8, which is also a public hearing to consider the adoption of resolution number 2362, confirming the 2023-24 engineers report for the annual Natasha Lane Sewer and Stormwater Pump Assessment District, number 2005-2, and levying such assessments. I believe we don't have a presentation, so I will go ahead and move forward with opening the public hearing at 7:21.
Again, on this public hearing, is there anyone who wishes to address the city council on the adoption of the resolution number 23-62? Madam Mayor Pro Tem, the record should reflect that no one is stepping forward to be appropriate to close the public hearing and bring the matter back up to the city council.
Okay, I will go ahead and close the public hearing at 7:21. And I will go ahead and, if there's no questions, I can go ahead and ask for a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Okay, can I please have a second?
I second.
Mr. City Clerk, can you please do roll call?
Councilmember Tamayo,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Peralta,
Aye.
Councilmember Melendez.
Aye.
Okay, that passes with 3 ayes and 2 absent. This leads us to consent calendar. Mr. City Attorney, can you please read the statement of approval of consent items and ask council if there are any items that need to be pulled for discussion, as well as if there are any public comments on any specific items.
Thank you, Madam Mayor Pro Tem. All matters listed under the consent calendar are considered to be routine. Any item a member wishes to discuss, including any items the public submitted speaker cards for, should be designated at this time. All other items may be approved in a single motion. Such approval will also waive the reading of any ordinance. Item 10 has been pulled. Do we have any speaker cards on consent agenda items?
No speaker cards.
Thank you. Then, if I may poll the council, starting, so this is for items 9, 11, and 12. Councilmember Tamayo.
No items.
Councilmember Jimenez. Okay. Councilmember Melendez.
No items.
And Mayor Pro Tem Peralta.
Items 9 and 11, please.
9 and 11. Okay, so we need a motion to approve item 12.
I'll make the motion.
I second.
Okay, can we please have roll call?
Councilmember Tamayo,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Peralta,
Aye.
Councilmember Melendez.
Aye.
Okay, that is 3 ayes and 2 absence. Mr. City Attorney?
Yes. Item number 9 has been pulled by the Mayor Pro Tem. This is consideration of approval of amendment number 1 to agreement number 3990 with Shack Enterprises doing business as Montebello Tire Pros and authorized payment of invoices. Mayor Pro Tem.
Yes, thank you. So I do have several questions. I'm not sure if it's appropriate for Ms. Salazar or one of our directors.
At this time, I'd like to invite Director of Finance, Michael Solorza. Depending on what questions, we can answer them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Director.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So specifically with this item, I want to understand currently what are the existing maintenance services that are being provided. I know we have Ford, Chevy, and Tire Pros, 3 different companies that we're working with in regards to our fleet maintenance. So just trying to understand what are the different types of maintenance services that Tire Pros offers the city. And then just trying to understand as well what specific types of fleet vehicles are they are they servicing that Ford and Chevy or not?
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem. So the focus is is the preventative maintenance of our vehicles. So rotating tires, new tires, oil changes, those kinds of relatively minor preventative maintenance. I do know with some of our older vehicles, as we're replacing them out, they still might need some major work, and we'll take them to Montebello Tire Pros. What we've done in the last couple of years is expanded kind of our bench, and which is why we also have similar contracts with Chevy that's in town, the Chevy dealer in town, and the Ford dealer in town to bring some of our vehicles there. Obviously, with police, they have the Ford Interceptors. They have some Chevy Tahoes. I think there's still a Chevy Caprice in service. And as available, we'll take those to the Chevy dealer. But the reason we have the 3 now is the point is to try and keep all of our vehicles maintained properly and available. And so depending on need, depending on availability, we'll take them to one of the 3, whether it's the 2 dealers or for Tire Pros.
Okay, can you provide as far as like specifically the type of fleets that Tire Pros is maintaining, if there's like a percentage of current vehicles that cannot be serviced at Ford and Chevy that are being serviced at Tire Pros?
I don't have that level of detail with me right now, but that is something that could be gotten relatively easily, yes.
Okay, so I asked that for more context simply because the projected expenditures for vehicle maintenance in the 2022-2023 were at $85,000. However, the amended agreement today is proposing an increase of $75,000 to $175,000, which is an increase of about 133% of the cost. And so for me, just wanted to understand that such a significant increase, considering that we recently replaced and purchased new vehicles. Theoretically, I think that should reduce need for such significant increases. But if at a later time, staff can just follow back up with council in regards to just the types of vehicles and fleets that Tire Pros is specifically servicing, just to understand why we have such a significant increase from $75,000 to $175,000. Also, staff was informed about outstanding invoices from Montebello Tire Pros totaling $28,600. And then I believe, from what my understanding is, council approved that payment. Following that, there was another notification of unpaid invoices totaling $128,000. Do we have the projected expenses of the $85,000 for Tire Pros in the 2022-2023? Is that included in those unpaid invoices?
See if I can. So these invoices that are in front of council right now for approval will hit the current year budget, 23-24.
Mm-hmm.
So hence the request to amend the budget to be able to cover those older invoices.
Got it. So the projection of $85,000 does not include the invoices that we received later down the line.
Correct.
Okay.
That is correct. For the current fiscal year, 23-24.
Okay.
Yes.
And then just trying to understand, does the city currently use any software to track expenses related to individual vehicles, especially considering that we have, as mentioned, older vehicles, 20 to 25 years old? Is there any software we're currently using in order to track these expenses and costs for maintenance?
I know in transit, I'm fairly certain they use software. I'm unsure what we use for our other fleet, our non-transit fleet.
Okay. So since I pulled the item, I will recommend approving, seeing that these are unpaid invoices. And I think it's just with the understanding that moving forward, as a city. I know there was a public comment made earlier about a different item, but we should be extra vigilant to avoid any accumulation of significant amount of delinquent invoices. To have, I think, $140,000 in invoices be delinquent, I think is concerning, and to just better track our financial management and prevent any type of budget amendments as we see today. I do encourage that we have a more reliable type of tracking system to be able to monitor those schedules, track expenses, maintenance, and costs, so that we're ensuring a just more cost-effective approach moving forward and not having to continue being off on the projections and having to increase the amounts there. So with that, I will go ahead and motion to approve the item. Can I please have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, Mr. City Clerk, can I please have roll call?
Councilmember Tamayo,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Peralta,
Aye.
Councilmember Melendez.
Aye.
Okay, that passes with 3 ayes and 2 absences. And then Mr. City Attorney?
Yes, Madam Mayor Pro Tem, the next item is item number 11, consideration of approval of the minutes for June 14th, June 28th council meetings.
Okay, yes, just want to note that there is a mistake in the June 24 minutes, specifically on page 596, where it says that the mayor made the motion to adopt item 8. It should be amended to read that the mayor requested a motion to approve the item with the following recommendations based on statements by council. This matches the tally of votes immediately that follows, that Mayor Pro Tem myself actually made the motion to approve the item. So just the language needs to be shifted, that Mayor Torres requested a motion to approve the item based on the following recommendations on statements made by the council. And so since I approved that, pulled that, I will go ahead and motion to have that amendment a part of the item.
I'll second.
And to approve the minutes as amended.
Yes, and to approve the minutes as amended. Thank you, Mr. City Attorney. And can I have a second? Oh, I'm sorry, I motioned, okay. So we have a motion by myself, a second by Mr. Melendez. Mr. City Clerk, can you please provide roll call?
Councilmember Tamayo,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Peralta,
Aye.
Councilmember Councilmember Melendez.
Aye.
Okay, that passes with 3 ayes and 2 absences. And we are, no, yeah. So we have travel reporting. Do any of my colleagues have any reporting on their travels?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Melendez.
I just want to report, I did attend the NALEO conference held in New York with the majority of my colleagues. Great sessions. We had a affordable housing session that was really good, mental health. Also, something that intrigued me too was digital currency in municipal government. So we'll see if we go there. I don't know about our finance director, what his opinion on that is, but there's a conversation going there. So, but overall, great conversations, great topics, and great conference overall. Thank you.
Okay, Councilmember Tamayo?
Yes, for me as well, I attended the NALEO conference. NALEO is the National Association of Latino Elected and Appointed Officials. So this conference had representatives from our neighboring cities, but as well from the nation and other states. Other states were represented. We had workshops and discussions that encompassed issues such as housing, infrastructure, workforce development, and politics at a federal level. And actually, Montebello was represented on the national stage. If you know, the current administrator of the U.S. Small Business Administration, her name is Isabela Casillas Guzman, and she's on the Biden administration, and she's a graduate from Shore High School. So it was great to see Montebello on the national stage, and a great opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Tamayo. I myself also did attend NALEO. It was a really incredible conference, a nationwide conference where we got to meet Latino electeds from all across the state, from Arizona to North Carolina. And that was very interesting to be able to network and just learn best practices from electeds across the state, across the nation, being able to see some of their issues and policies that they're currently working on in their respective jurisdictions. I did do the nuts and bolts of a budget, and it was a really great presentation and really advocated for the use of, or the advocated for more public engagement within our budget approval process, which I know is something that our council is really working towards, and definitely having more ideas as the incoming budget next year to be able to implement some of those tactics to be able to engage more of our residents and provide more of an educational component to understanding our budget. And that concludes my AB 1234 travel reports. Before we do adjourn, I would like to request a moment of silence for one of our residents, Anna Solis. In the wake of a devastating incident, our hearts are heavy as we mourn the loss of a cherished member of our community, Miss Ana Solis. She is a native of Montebello. She was a proud Mighty Oiler alumni and served as a drum major. Anna's presence in our community was multifaceted. Not only did she reside here, but she made significant contributions through her musical endeavors. She founded the band The Crimes and graced us with unforgettable performances while actively engaging throughout various roles in our community. Tragically, Anna's life was cut short at 21 years in a hit-and-run accident late Friday evening in downtown Los Angeles. Her boyfriend speaks of her with profound affection, describing her as a beautiful soul, and her legacy will forever be remembered for the love and beauty she brought into our lives. Her passion for music and the vibrant Los Angeles scene was evident to all who knew her. She was selflessly always helping others whenever she could and poured her heart into any musical opportunity that she had. On behalf of the City Council and the entire community, we extend our deepest condolences to Anna's grieving family and loved ones. So before we adjourn, I would like to take a moment of silence to honor her memory. May Anna's spirit and love of music continue to inspire us all. On my social media, I do have a link that goes towards her family's GoFundMe to help with funeral expenses. I encourage those that are able to make a small contribution to please do so. With that, can I please take a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, and we are adjourning to our next regular meeting on August 9, 2023 at 6 p.m., which can be live streamed at our website. And that concludes our meeting today. Thank you so much.